Welcome to the second of 4 videos covering the University of Queensland School of Architecture's general induction. This video will cover the general layout of the building and the main facilities of the Zelman building. Access is provided to the Zelman building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to architecture students and staff. Your student or staff card contains a sensor that unlocks access control doors. Simply hold your card over the access control point. After-hours access is provided with the view that general codes of conduct of the university and the school are observed. If your student or staff card is not working, then please send an email to helpdesk@eat.uq.edu.au and state your full name, student number and courses you are enrolled in. Studios are located on levels 2, 4 and 5 of the Zelman building. These spaces are the heart of the school and will be the primary workplace during your studies at the school. Access to a place to work with a desk and chair are provided. Access to lockers and drawing boards are also available if required. Space sharing will be needed, and arrangements for specific workplaces in the studio will be discussed with your course coordinator and studio principal at the start of semester. Toilets, including universal access toilets, are located on levels 2, 3 and 4 of the Zelman building. The universal access toilet on level 2 is provided with a shower for communal use. Please do not leave towels and personal hygiene products in the level 2 shower. Any products left in the space will be removed. Each studio is provided with a small kitchenette containing a fridge, microwave oven, sink and boiling water tap. Keeping the kitchenettes clean is the responsibility of students. Telephones are provided in the studios to contact UQ security in an emergency. Calls can be made between the studios on the UQ internal network. The phone numbers for each studio are shown on the current slide. Using the prefix shown in brackets, it is possible to call the studios. However, it is not possible to make calls out from the studio phones to external numbers. All users of the studio should take due care of the facilities and keep the space in a reasonably tidy manner. Anything that is left on the floor will be removed by cleaners. However, things kept on tables will be left alone. There are recycling bins available in each studio. A large waste and cardboard recycling bin are available adjacent to the collab. Please use the yellow sharps disposal bin for sharps and other sharp objects. Remember that sharp objects placed in the normal bins will cause injury to the cleaning staff when they take the bags out. If there is any damaged furniture or equipment in need of repair, please email the building manager at facilities@eat.uq.edu.au. Students are welcome to bring their own gear from home, but it is done so at the student's own risk. School equipment shall not be removed from the building without prior permission. Please report any theft to the building manager. Lost property in the studios is to be handed in and collected from the School of Architecture reception on level 3. Students are advised that studio access may be limited after folio hand-in. At the end of folio hand-in in semester 2, students are advised to remove all personal belongings from lockers and studios generally, as the space is cleaned and reassigned. Whilst every effort is made to make a studio space available during the exam weeks, it may mean students relocating to a different studio. There are many types of lockers available around the studios. However, the most common are the rolling 2-metal drawer type that require your own padlock. Power is available throughout each studio via the overhead lighting tracks. Only equipment that has been tested and tagged may be used in the school. Students are advised to exercise caution when plugging in equipment and avoid standing on chairs and tables to reach the power supply. Level 3 is the main entry to the Zelman building. There are proximity readers adjacent to the sliding glass doors for after-hour access. Bicycles can be locked in the area adjacent to the Jocks Road entry. The main reception is located on level 3, along with the exhibition space, the computer lab, the large format printing room, and the folio store. Emergency escape routes are shown on the slide, leading to emergency egress stairs situated at the end of the main wings of the building. The reception is generally open between 9 and 5 weekdays. The exhibition space is directly opposite the reception and is used as the main venue for reviews of work in progress and exhibitions of student work. The exhibition space is divided into 4 bays with movable partitions allowing for 4 review spaces to work simultaneously. During peak review periods, it is critical that the space is kept orderly. Please remove your drawings and models with you at the end of the review, unless your studio principal says otherwise. Drawings and models left in the space will be disposed. At the end of a review session, stack the chairs and plinths and remove rubbish from the room. Level 2 contains a centrally booked lecture theatre, 51207. It has academic offices along the eastern wing and a large studio, room 223. The main escape routes from the level are shown on the current slide. Each studio has an access control point at the main entry. Please do not hold open the doors after hours, as this defeats the purpose of having security access into the studios, and it's to serve the safety of people working in the space and the security of things kept in overnight. It is important to keep the central accessway of the studio clear of obstructions. Studio 223 is an air-conditioned space with fresh air pumped into the space from outside. There are supplementary fresh air supply units that should be used when the studio is full. The supplementary air system takes air from the outside and cools it before entering the room. The switch for the supplementary air supply is situated on the adjacent column and can be set to off, vent, and to cool. Please note that this system is not automatic, so remember to shut it off and turn it on at the ends of the day. In addition to keeping the central accessway clear, please make sure that the fire extinguishers and studio phones situated near the main entry door are not obstructed. Fire egress and other safety information is posted on the wall adjacent to the main entry, including the blade change station. When using snap-off cutters for model making, please use the pliers and safety glasses to safely and cleanly snap off the end of the blade. All sharps and blades should be disposed of in the sharps disposable bins to avoid accidental injury to your fellow students and to the cleaners. The central air conditioning to Studio 223 automatically turns on at 8 AM and shuts down at 6 PM. To start up the air conditioning system after hours, hold down the start button for 10 seconds. It may take up to a minute before the system starts up, so please do not keep pushing the button, as this will shut the system down again. There are 2 studios situated on level 4, Studio 481 and Studio 480A. The main emergency egress routes are shown on the current slide. The kitchenette is shared between the studios. Access control and emergency break glass points are located at the entry to each studio. The central accessway in both studios should be kept free of obstructions. The blade change station for Studio 481 is located next to the main entry and the computer workstations. Studio 480A is located in the east wing of the building. Please keep the central accessway clear to the emergency escape stairs and keep clear access to the fire hose reel. A blade change station is situated near the main door into the studio. Lights and fans for Studio 480A are situated near the main entry to the studio. The Aboriginal Environments Research Centre and Studio 508 are situated on level 5. Emergency egress is shown on the current slide. There are two main fire escape stairs, both that require passage over the roof terraces. Please note that the fire escape stair to the eastern wing is access controlled and will only open when the evacuation system has been activated. A studio kitchenette is provided at the entry to the studio. There's a second A3/A4 printer scanner adjacent to Studio 508. Please ensure that the central access way is kept clear at all times. The fire stairs are accessed via the roof terrace, so please ensure that passage through to the fire stair and access to the fire extinguisher is kept clear at all times. In addition, the cleaner's store and fire extinguisher at the end of Studio 508 needs to be accessible at all times. Storerooms at the end of the sloped roof bays need to be accessible at all times. A blade change station is available near the main entry to the studio. Please note that smoking is not permitted on the roof terraces. Access ways along the roof terraces are to be kept clear at all times. This includes access to the eastern wing stairs. Finally, if you notice anything that requires repair or maintenance, for example the drains to the roof terrace, please email the building manager at facilities@uq.edu.au and state where and what the problem is. This ends the second induction video covering the general facilities in the Zelman Cowen building.